Hey guys, welcome back. Avatar here. Today our first look is going to be looking at Spaceforce Constellations. It's a nice little indie game by dreamatrix. It is classified as a strategy game. Currently it is on Steam for $8.99 on sale, normally priced at $9.99. Alright, that sale is going to be going through December 19th. So we have a couple more days. It was just released on December 12th. And it's a pretty good game, so let's take a quick look here. First thing is let's look at the options menu. There's not here. There's nothing here. We've got the music, we've got the sound effects, we've got if you want full screen or not, and then you've got your difficulty. That's it. So there's a little bit to be desired again, but it's an indie game, so I can definitely forgive it for that. Alright. Another thing I would like to point out is the tutorial page. When I first clicked this, I would assume that they're going to go through a little cutscene or something of a tutorial. Nope, not a chance. It's just these little screens that you scroll through. They kind of explain the game and kind of, it's basically a tutorial. There's really not much to them though. To be honest, I read through them before I played the game. I didn't really have any clue on what was going on. Once I started playing the game, I came back to tutorials. They made a lot more sense. So I recommend maybe playing the game for maybe 20-30 minutes beforehand, and then go ahead and back to the tutorials and kind of figure out what everything that you just did and experience, what it's really all about. Okay, for the purposes of this video, we're going to go ahead and just create a new game here. Okay, so you got a little bit of story here. I haven't really been reading it. It's not my cup of tea as far as stories in the strategy game. I'm more here for the gameplay itself, but there's some sort of story there, but it's minuscule to say the least. So this is it. This is our HUD right now. As you can see, there's little space stations throughout the map here. Once you get these space stations, you're able to basically go in there and do some crafting and things like that, which we'll show later. This is our ship. We only have one direction to go to, so let's go ahead and go to that direction real quick and show you some of the combat. Again, here's a little bit of the RP. The Ore Dominion is now open with their military provocations. The reconnaissance ships have been spotted in the Sol system. There's an urgent need to send the closest fleet to Sol system research and destroy any Ore fleet. And so that's probably going to be yes. Yep. Alright, okay. We have the option to fight or retreat. If we retreat, we can just go back. We really don't have an option. This is the first battle of the game. So let's go. Alright, so here we are. This is the in-combat HUD, right? So you can turn the grid off over here. You can stop the swaying. You can automatically choose to kill yourself there. Let's just go back at it. Okay. And so this is the enemy. You can see him down here. We have two ships right now. We have a interceptor in the bottom left, you can see it, and we also have a fighter. So we kind of select the ship we want to attack with, and then we just attack on the enemy. So just left clicking will do our basic attacks. Now there's three types of ships in this game. There's melee ships. They classify as melee even though they're spaceships. There's melee ships, there's range ships, and there's repair ships, and they kind of classify them by the weapon type. So these two ships are melee. They have lasers. What that means is they can only attack a row adjacent to them. Okay, now there's also ships that have missiles. They can attack ships that are, for instance, anywhere on the map, or anywhere on these grids, I should say. And then there's repair ships that can attack everywhere as well. Okay, now besides being able to just left click and use your basic attack, what you can also do with some of these special moves down here, they start you with two, the ion cannon and the Rocketi, which is obviously an ion cannon. If you left click it and attack them, you can just see instead of it kind of uses your attack, but it does significantly more damage than the normal attack. These little crystals next to it are the currency in the game. They actually are required to use these special attacks as well as purchase the special attacks to begin with. We'll show a little bit more of that later. Over here you can kind of see a general idea of what's going on. This is us, this is them. We have, the enemy has two ships right now. They give you the HP of everything. They give you your HP everything, which looks like I'm about to lose a ship here. It's 10 out of 90 HP. Oh, maybe not. Let's see if we can kill him here. Alright, he's gonna die here. Perfect. And you can see there can be up to 6 ships per team there. As you level up your commander, your ships will, you'll be able to have more ships available to you. And let's look at the station here. So again, there's a few different stations, and you come here, you can basically do the same thing. The first and the most important thing is that you can add ships. So if one got destroyed, this is where I would add another ship. These are my available ships. My only available ship right now is a interceptor. Currently I have a fighter, which is a little bit stronger, and I just accidentally killed that fighter, so that's okay. So I basically have 2 interceptors now. Anytime you destroy a ship or lose a ship, you have to come back to one of the stations to purchase a new ship. Otherwise, they just automatically heal out of combat. The problem with that is as you experience combats, your ships I should say, will get experience, and they will level up, so they will become stronger. And if you lose one of your stronger ships and you have to replace it, that could obviously be a big negative. Right now, doing the 2v1s and stuff, it's not the most interesting of combat. But once it gets up to 6, it can be a little bit more interesting, a little bit more in depth, because you start to have ships that can repair, and it's very nice turn-based strategy game. Okay, let's get the options here. We have crafting, good old crafting. So here again are your currencies. If you want a different currency, you can find any one of 2. I should say any 2 of the 3 to get the third. So if you want a gold, you do red and blue. Let's say you want a blue, you can do the red and gold, and you get a blue. So that's pretty simple. Your attacks. These are things that, again, we already have the ion cannon and the missile. What we can do is we can purchase more if we had the proper and enough currency here. You can have up to 4. It gives you a little description of what it kind of does here. Okay. We really don't have enough for anything right now, so it's not available. Right. And also, again, you can see that it uses a specific amount. So the missile uses 6 of these blue crystals. Okay. You get medals for just accomplishing different feats. It's really nothing to it, just kind of almost an achievement system that's for your commander. And again, as your commander levels up, you'll have more ships available to you. So at level 3, you'll get 3, 4, 5, 6, all that good stuff. Okay. So a few other things we need to show you. At each little waypoint station here, you can do 2 different things. You can search for crystals. Now you can manually search for crystals like this, which I am not getting any. Or you can auto scan. So if you have 45, 44, 50, if you auto scan, I got 1 gold. If you auto scan, it automatically gives you 1, but it only gives you half of what you could possibly get. So if you're really good at these kind of mini games, kind of like Minesweeper, then it might be good. Otherwise, just auto scan. I just auto scan. The next one again is life. So the same thing. We're kind of looking for stuff. I just auto search and get some life points. As you get life points, you'll get lab achievements, and what that basically does, it just gives you bonus crystals. As you see, 5 for each, 8, 8, 12, 15, 10, 10. So all that good stuff. Okay. And we can do it here. So you're gonna do this in every section. Auto search, perfect. Oh, we haven't done that one yet. So overall, this is, a pretty fun game. It looks simplistic on the surface, but once you get into it, you kind of want to keep coming back for more, and it becomes slightly addictive. I think maybe because of its simplistic nature. In this day and age, there's so few games that really have a very simplistic thought. Most of them are very in depth, and they're very complicated, and they have you thinking a lot. This game it's like I said, it's very basic, it's very simple, but it's extremely fun in the process. Also, again, at the $9.99 price point, you can't really go wrong. It's just so much value, right? I mean, you're getting hours of gameplay for just $9.99. It's really not bad at all, especially if you start thinking about what the rest of the world's looking at when we're talking about AAA games that you're paying $60 for a game that you may only get a few hours out of. And let's not mention the huge amount of games lately that are in alpha or beta and are offering beta access or pre-alpha access for like $60 or even $30. Rust I think was $20. I think 7 days to die I think was 30. So I mean, and those are alpha games, and although they can be fun, you're paying more for those games that are obviously not finished than for this game, which is finished. And again, you're paying just can't talk today, a fraction of the price, and you're really not getting that much in return. Of course, you're going to have those games when they're at completion, but you know, if you want a nice finished product right now, this is more up your alley. Just a few more quick things I want to show you guys. Let's go ahead and wrap these calls up. I should say these battles up. Yeah, if you're looking for a good quality, cheap, bang for your buck RTS, let me take the bet. It's not an RTS, it's a strategy. It's not real-time strategy. This is definitely a game that you should look into. And what we're showing you here is basically the gist of the game. Like I said, obviously, I'm not going to show you any of the high-end battles or anything like that, because those, you know, those are kind of, they get interesting, and they're kind of the bread of the game. So, if this looks interesting to you, by all means, pick the game up. You know, I don't think you'll regret it. It is interesting to have 6 different crafts. You know, having like a couple ones with missiles that do more damage.
Command. It's a good time to die.
Alright, a little bit of voice acting there. So yeah, I mean, to have 6 different crafts and have a repair bot and maybe some missiles and then some beefy guys up front, it's very interesting. Now this is what I wanted to show you as well, guys. This is what we have here is a Mothership Battle, and it's basically just a card game. The objective here is just to basically get your opponent's armor to 0 before your armor goes to 0, and you do that by basically picking these cards here, and then your enemy will pick their own card. So obviously we want to use a molecular blast because it gives you know, the action is they get -3 armor and there was no consequence. Okay, now they play a card. Now it's our turn again. So we'll do -3 armor, and then the consequence will be -1 armor for us. Alright. And then let's do -6 shield. And it's a little bit awkward because it goes back and forth, because not only do you have consequences, but they have consequences as well. So like your shield might be coming back, but then their shield might be coming back, and forth. It's a little bit, it's almost kind of confusing, to be honest with you. But you kind of just, I mean, it's kind of straightforward as well, because you kind of just pick the biggest card, really. I mean, you don't necessarily understand what's going on, but you can kind of figure it out, right? I mean, you don't always, what you pick doesn't always make sense. So like if I pick this card, hypothetically, only thing that should happen is -2 armor. So they go to 34, so okay, that makes sense, but then they do something and they, you know, get more shield. So it's like, so they're about to do +5 damage. Let's do +2, 1. So we're doing significantly better than. So Chaos Device is obviously going to do really well. -6 and -2. So yeah, I just completely destroyed their shield there. Destroyed our shield as well, though. Recovery. See, we can recovery, which will give us +4 shield. Let's just go for the kill, though. We'll do -4 shield and +1 shield. Nice. +5 damage, +1 on armor. There we go. So they're out of shield now, so they're going to really start taking a significant amount of damage. And let's do some recovery. And then we'll do gravity flux. And then missile. Oh, he's gonna miss us now. We'll do some more deflector. Even though he has no shield left, he'll give us some shield back. Oh man. See, now we're kind of running out of moves here to actually hurt him. Okay, there we go. It's +5 damage. This should actually kill him right here. Oh, he got the 1 armor back. There it goes, though. Awesome. Perfect. So yeah, I like how it breaks up the monotony of just the normal battles. And what I also like is how they don't give you 6 ships right off the bat. They kind of let you kind of ease your way into how the game's played, and kind of ease your way into being able to procure more ships, and to make sure that, you know, you're doing everything efficiently, and you kind of build it your own way, right? If you want more, you know, I mean, you can't really take, I mean, you could take 6 laser ships, but they wouldn't be able to attack again because they need to be adjacent to the enemy. But you know, you want to take maybe, I don't know, let's say you take 3, and then maybe 3 missiles, or maybe 2 melees of repair and 3 missiles, or maybe just, you know, you could do any combination you really want. I mean, that's what kind of makes the game so cool, and again, it lets you kind of ease into that. I also like is this missile does AoE damage. The ion cannon does not, but the missile does, which is exciting. These interceptors are pretty defensively weak, though. It's very sad. I like the little graphic animations coming down. It's cute. Let's go ahead and... Oh! They only have 13 HP left. Oh! Come on, there we go. It's got 4 HP left, and we'll finish him off. Perfect. Very close to leveling up. Alright. So, there you guys have it. Spaceforce Constellations. Final thoughts. Again, $9.99. I don't feel like you can go wrong. I would highly recommend this game. It is just a fun game. I mean, if you're just looking for a game that you can put maybe an hour into a day and you just kind of want to do it, it's not gonna boggle your mind. It's not gonna destroy your time. It's not gonna destroy your wallet. You're just gonna get good quality enjoyment out of it if you like the turn-based strategy games like this one. But again, personally, I don't think you can go wrong. It's always good to support the indie scene, so it's very, very good stuff. And you know, I recommend it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for watching, guys.